Okay, so we're gonna kind of show you how to take an impression for a baby. This is Annie, she's gonna be our model. So you're gonna take your chunk of clay and you're gonna use a rolling pin. You can do this on your countertop or on your kitchen table, on a piece of wax paper or parchment paper. That would work well. We use these boards here at our house. No need to have one though. You're gonna roll it out. Use a rolling pin that you have at your house. Just roll it. Try to roll it uniformly. Usually I roll it on one side, then I flip the clay over and I roll a little bit on the other side a couple of times until you get it pretty uniform. And you want it to be, if you can see this, about 1/4 of an inch thick. You really don't want it too thick, but you don't want it too thin either. So it's probably better to have it on the thicker side for this purpose than too thin. So no thinner than 1/4 of an inch. So once you have your clay ready, you're gonna get ready to do your impression. So when you have a baby, the most important thing is to have 2 people. So don't try to do this by yourself. Wait till you have a helper. So have somebody else there holding the baby. And this is just for any kid that's not able to do this on their own. So newborn up to like probably age 2, I would recommend this. So we're gonna have Annie Lindsay's gonna put her on her hip just like this. She's gonna take her hand on that side and she's gonna hang on to this hand because I'm gonna be doing the impression on this hand. So she's gonna hold her kind of like a football on her hip. The more you can get the baby on your hip, the better and the easier it will be for you to take the impression because it just kind of gets their body and their other hand out of your way. I'm gonna pull her sleeve up so that doesn't get in my way. Sometimes they cry and they get upset. That's totally normal. So if that happens, don't feel like you're damaging your child or ruining him or her. She'll be fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take her hand. It's really important to get a deep impression for this. So I'm gonna take my right hand and I'm gonna hold on to these 3 fingers like that. And then I'm gonna take my left hand and I'm gonna hold on to these 2 fingers. And then I'm going to take her hand and I'm going to press it into the clay. I'm gonna press 1 finger at a time as deep as I can get. And then I'm gonna press on the back of the hand. Press kind of hard and it's gonna feel like you're kind of hurting them and then come up, but it's really not hurting them. And then you can see, she did a great job and you can see how deep that impression is. It's pretty deep and you want it to be deep. So press harder than you think you need to. The important thing with babies is just to keep their fingers straight and to try not to let them curl. Sometimes their index finger will curl or their thumb might curl. So just try to keep your hands on all the fingers and keep them straight. If you mess up, you can just roll this back up into a ball and re-roll it out, and that is no big deal. For their feet, sometimes these are a little bit easier. You're just gonna have your helper hold the baby out like this and have her secure the other foot that you're not doing, and then I'm gonna take her foot and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna kind of support the toes with my hand and then support her heel with my other hand, and I'm going to push all of her little toes in really, really hard and push her heel back and then come straight up. And then I've got a nice deep foot impression there. And that's how you do it. The end.